For a long time, I thought biology lived entirely in the lab. Over time, I realized it also lives in code. The question I care about, disease, evolution, how cell functions, can increasingly answer through computation. Hi, this is Arvind. Welcome to BioCodeTalks. This is the channel where I explore how biology and computation come together. Today, in this first video, I'm gonna talk about the channel itself, which is the BioCodeTalks. For this, I've created a slide deck and I'm going to talk about it and also deep dive into what I have prepared for you. Who am I? As I said earlier, my name is Arvind Iyer. I have a PhD in computational biology from University of Lausanne in Switzerland. I come from a small town back in India, uh, where I did my bachelor's in computer science, master's from computational biology in IIIT Delhi. Uh, that's more or less more about me. And now, right now, I'm in University Health Network at Princess Margaret Cancer Center in Toronto. So that's more about me. More or less, I'm a curiosity-driven person and a learner. And this YouTube channel is also a process in trying to share what I have gathered the information and also a process for me to learn scientific communication. So what's this channel gonna be about and what's the content you get over here? I'll cover a lot more educational materials on computational biology, have some talks and views on research, and some of the sections will be also focused on curiosity driven asking questions. So the first question which people have asked me a lot was how did I get into computational biology and how what basically made me switch from computer science into computational biology. So without any further ado, let's dive into my world uh, and let me show you how I got into it. So back in my library, in my bachelor's days, I was going through a biology book and I stumbled upon something called insulin. And this is a Wikipedia page, as you can see. This is a protein structure. I'm not going into the details of the biology, but so this is what I was reading about. And what I basically ended up looking was that I can actually study a biological system using what I was studying before, which was codes. And here is the code which I wrote for this tutorial. So, which is basically trying to demonstrate the central dogma, which is DNA to RNA and to protein. And over here, as an example, I'll use the same insulin gene, which was actually developed over here in University of Toronto in 1920s, which is a very biggest breakthrough, I feel, in one of the big breakthrough in the 19th century. And and for me, the fascinating part was that majority of the work which I do is basic, or the computational biologist people do, is using strings, and those strings are just this four-letter alphabets, ATGC, and that's it. And whatever we work upon is based on these four strings, which also has a proper chemistry and physical meaning to it. But back then, when I was doing my bachelor's, for me, they were just string. So let me just run this code and then show you the output. So as you can see here, this is the code which I wrote, where basically had a DNA sequence, which is a string. Then what is the length of the string. I convert it into an RNA sequence. Using the code itself, I can even convert this into a protein. And that is also a string. So for me, back then, it was so fascinating that with a piece of code, I can actually do this and also compute how many DNA bases were there, how many amino acids were there, and so on. And this was fascinating for me back in my bachelor days. And that's how I got into computational biology. And in this YouTube channel, my focus is more about sharing those experiences and also more technical stuff and more technical tutorials so that it can help others learn about it. And that is also something which I learned from the community. So there is this uh, amazing person which many people know as Crazy Hot Tommy, or whatever is pronounced as. He puts very simple bioinformatics tutorials out there, and people have used it a lot to learn and also to explore the world. And I have a philosophy that when you do stuffs, you learn a lot more rather than just going through books and just reading about it. So it's more like doing hands on, and that's how you learn better. So that's how I dived into the world of computational biology. Now, what will be the next video which I will talk about is going to be about bananas. I know banana is a favorite fruit for everyone, and why I chose this video was the topic which I will talk about next is because there has been a lot of memes and a lot of things going around. Like people say, "What percentage of banana are you?" They say that your 50% DNA is related to banana. So I'm gonna talk something more about that. And also I'm gonna talk about an interesting curiosity thing which I stumbled upon is about banana apocalypse. So stay tuned for the next video which will come soon. So this was more or less an introduction about the YouTube channel. So do subscribe and press the bell icon, and let's code, converse, and discover biology with computation.